let's try to summarize a little bit and to give time also to Jürgen to speak. I don't know, can you... Okay. So where in all, it's been interesting, all the thing that has been presented so far, but where SDO can help and where they contribute. To do that, let me start with my usual slide. Maybe you have seen that slide several times. If you think where the format need to be used, obviously is quite, and the different usage contexts, what are the purpose for which the format can be used, national level, for cross-border, for different kind of user, it's clear that you cannot just think that there is one solution that fits for all the purposes. What you need to have is a set of specification. There might be national specification, or European or cross-border specification that can work consistently together. As this is where the adoption of standard can help having, as I was saying, a coherent set of federated possible standard-based specification. This is the idea that we have worked on at the European standard level in the different organizations that are covering that part. And this is just a high-level overview of where, for each domain, if there are global standards, we are referring to the FIRE AG. If there are global standards that fit for that purpose, if there are European standards, and where the cross-border specifications are. So if we look to the part of the global standard, we can see that there is the IPS, that is the global standard for patient summary, but we have started at the European level standardization work in order to cover all the domains that are in the scope of the format. And this is where the cooperation, this happens not as an activity done by a single standard organization, but is a place where we try to engage, and we have engaged all the different initiatives that are working on the format and all the different communities that are working in the standardization area. So, as you can see, we are trying to provide to work all together on the standard level, and projects have been started for that purpose. And for the cross-border specification, we have already, and let me go there directly. We have already, for the lab report, you know that we have been published last year, a lab report that has been already used for the MyHealth@EU for cross-border specification. And that work has been used for triggering a global standard for lab report in FIRE AG. And this is being ballot, we have in the reconciliation phase, but this is the important thing, how the work that has been done all together can also contribute and enforce the role of Europe also in the global standard. The nice thing is that we have already national specification that has been derived from this guide. This help and enable a better mapping from the national specification to the cross-border and future European-wide specification. And the nice thing is also that we mentioned 3 of them there, but have been already contacted, and we know that there are already other national activity that would like to start deriving their specification from the European one. So this is good news. When we spoke about the some common part, we have worked on the domain level, but following the approach that has been following EEHR, we are also trying to work on a core or base profile. That are the parts that are common that can be reused across different domains. So we are creating that kind of hierarchy of guide and profile that can be reused as a building block independent of the use case you can work on. And also in that case, there are some national guide that are looking to that common part already. Patient summary. We started from the patient summary. You know that is ongoing a new version of the APS FIRE. We are working on the European version of the patient summary derived from that version 2 of the guide. Is just what is already there in the CDA European patient summary, but with a FIRE representation that comply with the international patient summary. This is what we are working on. Hospital HR report. This is where we need to work because we have some deadline also for the cross-border. There is already a work in progress MyHealth@EU specification that rely on the work that has been done at the European level. And as I was saying, it's important to say that it's not just a one community work, it's a cooperative work that engage different kind of initiative, project, and organization. I leave the floor then to Jürgen, and I hope I've been enough short not to overcome, and I'd be happy to stay here if you have some conversation.